All right. Welcome to Core Flex. It's starting to feel a little more normal, but not really. And the first day of May. Hold on, I'm getting one more person in here. Karen's coming back. All right. Just want to make sure I've got her. I think I muted her. All right, guys. Okay, so again, Core Flex, do what you can. If something doesn't feel right, then it's not, okay? So we're going to start down on the mat. You're going to come into child's pose. Child's pose. Tuck the toes. So I want you to make sure you tuck the toes because we're going to come back. Give me one big breath. Inhale and exhale. And another breath. Inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to push into the feet and come into the plank. Hold for one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Back to child's pose. Push it through. Inhale. Exhale. Come to plank. So let's flow that a couple times. Inhale to child's pose. Exhale to plank. Let's put on our mindful movement cap. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, plank. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale to plank. Child's pose. Inhale, exhale, plank. And last time. Child's pose and plank. And pause. All right, so right from here, find that plank. Now draw the belly in and then come into your pike on your inhale and then exhale to plank. We want to build some heat in the body. Inhale, pike, exhale, plank. And 3 more times. Inhale, pike, exhale, plank. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Pause here. Drop onto the knees. Lift the shins up. Okay, so you can either stay in this position with your butt out or come into extension, wide arms, 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4 more, 8. Now try not to sink into the belly, right? So you want to make sure, or into the back. There you go. Now pause here. Tuck the toes. Come back to plank. Now bring the right knee into the chest, and then back to plank. Left knee into the chest, back to the plank. 4 more times. Knee, knee. 2 more times. Right knee, left knee. Pause, drop down to the knees, and now come onto your back. So lying on your back. Tabletop position, arms down by the side, and you're going to do a supine twist. So this is a twist, it's a stretch in the side body, but it's also oblique work. So go slow enough to get the obliques and to keep control, but you want to try to keep the flow as much as possible. So we're going to do 10 of these guys, or 10 more. So 1, up, and 2, 3. So you can keep your knees together. 4. Good. 5, 6, and 4 more. 3. Good job. 2, and then 1 more. Good. Now hold it here for just a moment. Knees are in, and then you're going to extend. I don't want this. So drop over to one side and extend that top leg. Bring the knee back in, Come back to the starting position, drop the knee to the other side, and extend that other leg, or the top leg, and pull in. So you can now flow it, reach. So you're reaching with the leg, using those obliques, coming into a little bit of the hip or the IT band stretch. Okay, so now, so top leg is straight. Now can you straighten the bottom leg? So you're in this like huge sort of T position. Bring the knees back in, and then drop to the other side and extend both legs. So you gotta now keep the inner thighs and the glutes on. And twist. Now again, if this is too much for you today, then take it down just to that supine twist. So all we're doing is we're just adding a little bit more complexity, getting a little bit more out of the movement. But again, if it's too much for your body, it's not going to be good. Okay, 4 more. And 4. You got to keep the belly in. And 3. And 2. So I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit of heat. And 1. Good. And then right from here, lift up the legs, stretch the legs. Can you walk the hands up the legs? And then bring the chest towards your thighs. Okay? And now let's go into scissors. So I'm going to do a double beat here. We're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to switch this up. Flex the feet. Take the arms down by the side. Push into the mat. And then scissor it this way. Now you can always take your upper body down if it's too much stress on the neck. But if you can, take it up this way, flex those feet. And 1, we're going to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push the hands into the mat. You got a little bit more core going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Bring the knees into the chest. Lower the feet down and come into your glute bridge, stretching out the abdominals, but still keeping your core active. So keep the energy through the body. Breathe it out. And then roll down. Okay, so stretch the legs up to the ceiling. Lower, you're gonna lower one leg, cross over. So you're gonna come into that supine stretch, okay? Or excuse me, your supine twist. And reach that top leg, reach it. Now take the legs up here and then twist it the other side. Top leg stretches up. Now the lower leg I have down on the floor, but I can lift up for a little bit more core work. And then take the legs up to the ceiling. So you have just a longer lever and then switch them again. Reach, reach, reach. So reach that toe toward the hand that's falling on the floor. And come up, and again, twist. And 4 more times. And up. And exhale, 3. 2 more. 2. And then 1 more. And good. Bring the knees into the chest and rock up. Okay, how are we all doing? All right? Thumbs up? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do the teaser, modified teaser, or boat pose, yoga Pilates, but it's the same concept. So you're gonna bring the legs up here, okay? And you're gonna hold it, pause, and this is your little flow. You're gonna open the legs into a straddle, and reach out, straddle. And then you're going to come back, take the arms behind you, bring the legs to boat pose, and reach. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open and reach. 2, 3. Okay, now you're going to swim the arms behind you and come back into that boat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and flex, reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing the arms behind you, and then if you want, you can touch or just Just follow through with the arms. So it's a little bit more challenge. 3, 4, and straddle. 2, 3, 4. Swing the arms behind you. Whoop. In front. 2, 3, 4. Straddle. Okay. 3 more. Swing the arms behind you. Come up and find boat or teaser. 2, 3, 4. Straddle. 2, 3, 4. Swing the arms. Bow pose. 2, 3, 4. Straddle. 2, 3. Swing the arms behind you. Last one. Bow pose or teaser. 2, 3, 4. And straddle. 2, 3, 4. And come up. All right. Shake it out. Good job. All right. How are we feeling? Okay. All right. So this one is a forearm plank. We're going to hold it for 4 seconds, and then we're going to twist the hip, okay? So forearm plank, so elbows right underneath the shoulders. Press the forearms into the floor and find that perfect plank. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now twist to the right, and then come back to plank. Hold for 2 seconds. Twist to the left, come back to plank, hold for 2 seconds. Now we're gonna flow that, but what I want you to do is I want you to pause right in the middle. You gotta get that core on and core worked out. That's the only way through that plank, the regular forearm plank, twist, plank, twist, plank. 4 more, 4, breathe. 3, in case you forgot to breathe. 2, good. And then last one. Good. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. Good job. We're going to do a kind of a reverse spine twist. Arms are coming out to a T. Let's lift up your right leg and rotate toward the right. Press the right arm into the floor. Pause, hold here for a moment, and then come back into that kind of that T position, and then the other side. Lift up the leg, the left leg, and then twist it behind you, that left, and then come back. So we're gonna add something onto this. So right from here, you're gonna lift your upper body, okay, and lower down. Lift the upper body, lower down. So lift and lower. Last time, lift to get that upper body strength and lower. Now, lift up the right leg and then rotate over to the right side, get that stretch. Reach the right fingertips toward the opposite wall and then come back to that starting position. Right leg is up, lower the leg, lift the body, upper body, and lower down. Lift the left leg and twist to the left or to the right. I think I got my right left mixed up. Come back to start, up to start and keep that left leg up. Lower the leg down, lift your upper body and lower down. So lift the right leg. There you go. Rotate toward the left. Come back to start and keep that left leg up. So you got your glute on, lower down, and then upper body extension and lower down. Lift up the left leg. Rotate to the right. Pause. Come back to starting. Keep that leg up. Lower down. Lift and release and come into your child's pose. Good job, you guys. So we start flowing things. You go a little bit more heat, a little bit more just mobility and strength, so we can kind of see it working together. All right? Okay, good job. Now breathe into the back body. Breathe into those lungs. And one more time. All right, tuck the toes, come into a down dog. Down dog. All right. So from here, I'm going to have you do a twist. So I want you to drop one heel and bend the other heel, and really dip your hips. Twist the hips. Twisting the hips. Now, if hamstring flexibility is a little challenging for you today, you can always bend the knees, okay? And really the focus, so I'm bending my knees, the focus really is to turn the hips, okay? Get a little bit of mobility into the hips. Okay, now pause here for a moment. Now go wider with the legs outside the mat, okay? And then you're gonna reach with your left hand toward the right leg and stretch it. Look underneath your right armpit. And then come back to down dog. And then the right arm comes, twist over to the left, pull with the leg, look up to that left armpit, and then come back down. So we're gonna flow that now. To the right side, pull, and down dog. And left, exhale to pull, and down dog. 4 more times. Rotate, and rotate. Good. 2 more times. Rotate. Then the last one. Rotate, twist. Good. Now pause here for a moment. Bring the legs back together on the mat. Walk the hands toward the front of the mat. Drop the hips into plank. Okay? And then pause here for a moment. All right? Drop to the knees. Come to the forearms again. We're going to do a Spider-Man plank. So on this, you just want to think elbow to knee, or knee to elbow. So come into your plank. Let's do the left or the right, it doesn't matter, and pull the knee. Don't try not to touch the foot to the floor, and then come back. And then really, I want you to kind of squeeze those obliques. Maybe even look into the knee. I usually don't have you do that, but I'm going to have you do that. So you get a nice oblique lateral movement with the spine. And 4 more. I'm really going slowly. 2. I think I'm going to feel this in my obliques tomorrow. 2 more. And 1. And then lower the knees, lower down to the knees, and reach back into your child's pose or your clamshell. So if you tend to get a little tight in the back, and this arch part, this arch in the back doesn't feel good, then try to scoop the belly a little bit and find a little length and space in your lumbar spine. So it's almost like you're tucking your tailbone, okay? And then if I'm in this clamshell, I got my fingertips tapped, toward into the mat, and I'm pushing the fingertips into the mat at the same time pulling my belly toward the spine. So I'm creating all this resistance in my own body without having any assistance. Big breath, inhale and exhale. And then again, inhale and exhale. Very good. Okay. So I'm going to have you face me. We're going to do a seated knee drop or hip swivels. So if you're a little tight and it doesn't feel comfortable, sit on a little pillow, okay? But you're going to bring your feet wide like this. You can put your hands behind you and try to sit up tall, and then drop your knees to your right and my left, of course, and then come back up. I go slow enough so that you feel all the stuff in between, right? This is about the mobility in the hip joint. So one hip is externally rotating, one hip is internally rotating. So it's a lot of internal rotation. Now I'm externally rotating on one, and I'm internally rotating on the other, okay? So see if you can keep your feet planted on the floor as you bring those knees up and over. Good. Up and over. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And 2 more. Inhale, exhale, and then last one. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Okay, we're going to do a couple more abdominal sequences, and then we're going to get into some hip flexor psoas and some one more hip opener stretch or exercise. Come back down into your on your supine or back position, extend the legs up to the ceiling. Take the arms up to the ceiling, and then take the arms right by the ears. So you're going to imagine the ears glued to the biceps, tuck the chin, and then lift the upper body. Now, if this is enough for you, then you stay here. Otherwise, lower the legs. And I want you to just imagine your letter C or a U. Okay, and again, if it hurts the neck, just support one hand support your neck with one hand, or you can even drop your head and chest all together. Okay, so let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back in, and then lower down. And from here, now drop the feet down, lift the hips up, and then lift the left leg up to the ceiling, lower the left leg down, lift the right leg up, lower down, bump the hips down, or lower the hips down, bring the knees to tabletop, arms up to the ceiling, stretch the legs, arms by the ears, and then roll up, drop the legs. Hold, come back, bring the legs back up, lower your torso back down to the floor, lower the feet down, and then lift the hips up, extend the left leg up to the ceiling, and lower down. We're gonna create a flow, and right leg goes up, lower down, lower up, both hips down, scoop the belly, bring the legs to tabletop, extend the arms and the legs up to the ceiling, take the arms by the ears, roll up, and lower the legs if you want to. 3, 2, 1, come back up, lower the arms down, the torso down, bend the knees, lower the feet, lift the hips up. Last time, extend the left leg up, lower down, extend the right leg up, lower down, lower the hips, come to tabletop, extend the legs, arms come up to the ceiling, biceps by the ears, tuck the chin, lift the chest, lower the legs a few inches for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back up, lower the feet down, and release. Okay, so you should have felt a little bit there. Okay, come up into tall kneeling. So we're gonna face this way. So since we're mirroring each other, I'm gonna actually cue right, left, okay? So it's gonna look a little different. So half kneeling here is this position. So you're gonna bring your right leg in front of you. All right, right leg in front of you. Now, if this hurts your knees, you can roll the mat up a little bit, give yourself a little bit of support in the knees, okay? But try to get your hips square. And I'm gonna have you now activate the glute, okay, and belly in, and then lunge forward. Lunge forward, okay. So press those hands, see I've got my hands into my right foot. Press the hands into the leg, right, into the thigh. So you're feeling, you're creating again some muscle energy in your body. Scoop the belly in and up, activate the glutes. Tall, 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 open up your collarbones. So you really want to keep that glute on to open up that psoas muscle. All right, and then keeping everything engaged, lower the arms, and you're gonna lift up your left arm, okay? And then you're gonna side bend to the right. So you have a opening of the hip flexor, and now when you take that side bend, it really opens up that left fascial line. Hold this for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back up to starting, and then lower down. Okay, so we're gonna do a transition. Face me, face the front. This is a frog hip opener. Open up the knees this way. You can tuck the toes. So if you can see me from the back, I'm doing this with my feet. Not that important. Either way, it's okay. The main thing is opening up your hips. Take the arms in front and then drop the hips a little bit. So you should really feel that in the adductors, which is your inner thigh. Now, on this, it's obviously a core move. So press into the floor with your palms. So you still want to set those shoulders. You want to make sure your belly is in so you're not dropping at the low back, but you should feel the hips opening. So you've got that hip opener stretch, you got your upper body core on. So let's just hold this, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then come back. So it's sort of like a modified, more like well, it's definitely more like a higher, a little bit more intense child's pose, but you are stretching back, giving your hips a little break, and then, or the inner thighs, and then come into that position again. So again, so it might be tempting to let the low back drop, but try to pull that belly in so you keep that spine neutral. So hold this for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back. Very good. Okay, so we're going to just turn around facing the other way. And I think we need to do the left leg in front. Is that right? Is that correct? Yes? Yes. The left leg in front? Yes? Okay. All right, well, if I made a mistake, you do the other leg. Okay. All right. So activate again, the glutes, belly in and up, and then lunge forward. Lunging forward. I think I'm doing the other side. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting my feedback here. Let's see. Okay. All right, Fran. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. So again, glutes and abs on. Opening up the hip flexor, pressing the hands into that thigh. Okay. Pressing the hands into the thigh, opening up the collarbones. So you have a real open chest. Good. And then come back, sort of more of an upright position, stretching your right arm up and then up and over. Oh yes, now remember. So now you're stretching that right fascial line, but still keeping the hip opener exercise. Your psoas is hopefully you feeling that opening and that stretch. That side, breathe into that right side body. And then come back up. All right, and then facing me. We're going to open up those hips again, open up those knees. All right, and walk forward. Drop the hips. Drop the hips. That's it. Now, dropping the hips, but I'm going to show you from the side, you want to make sure that you're not letting this arch, that low back arch. So you still want to make sure you have those abdominals on, okay? But I'm really feeling it in my hips. Good, and then come back into child's pose. Bring the knees a little bit more together. Reach those fingertips toward the front. Big breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come into a plank. We're going to transition into standing. So just bring the right leg behind you, turn on the right glute. Left leg behind you, turn on that left glute. You're in a full plank. Find your perfect plank. Now walk your hands back to your feet in 3.5 controlled steps. Bend the knees, scoop the belly, roll up, bone by bone, facing front. Give me an inhale and exhale. You're going to forward fold, reach down, hold, one breath here, release the neck. On your exhale, roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Notice how you feel. Nice work. You are done.